I have not tried that one. So I know you've been away, and I know you're excited to get your walking group back and going. Do you want to give us a little heads up on that?
Yeah, well, I'm hoping that I get the all clear to start back up on Monday, weather pending. Mondays, 9 a.m., 9 to 10. We typically walk up the center trail and back, and that's just about an hour. Or we'll do the loop and come down down Grove Street, up the center trail and down Grove Street. So it's been very good just to get out with people and have a conversation, though we're keeping our distance and masked the whole time, but it's just nice to be able to get people together.
Well, and that's the name of the game. I think that's the biggest piece. I hope as far as Monday's concerned that we can, but people can give us a call Monday morning and we'll certainly give you a status of whether we'll be going. And if not, the following Monday, I know we'll have a walk going if weather provided. So
Right. And we do have some other things coming up too. This Monday, jigsaw puzzles, if anybody is interested.
And I want to let people know we've had a pile of jigsaw puzzles come in. So if you are interested in getting a new puzzle and you want to try something because you're tired of the same ones that you've got sitting in your house, we have I've seen some from 250 all the way up to 1,000-piece puzzles. And so you could say, look, my table only holds 300 easily, and we can certainly choose one for you. And I think we might even have the opportunity to give you a couple. So we're hoping to continue this also through the winter. And if people have been bringing them in and donating, so if you have some you want to clear out of your own house, feel free to drop them by.
Yeah, it's getting to that time again where we'll be needing more indoor activities. So
Exactly.
It is getting to puzzle season. So yeah, so that's coming up this Monday, the 19th, between 11:30 and 12:30. Just call the center if you're interested in swinging by and picking one or two up.
Excellent. Yeah, and we do have some other things coming up I wanted to mention. For one, we have the opportunity, if you're finding that you are a little bit lonely and you need someone to talk to, we do have people who are willing to make friendly calls, which basically is an opportunity to talk with probably someone that you've hung out with at the senior center, and just have an opportunity just to have someone to talk to, share ideas. If you aren't able to get out as easily, certainly give us a call. And we want to hear from you. So let us know about that. And then Lisa, we got something even bigger coming, don't we?
Yeah, so you're talking about Monday, the 26th?
I am. Do you want to tell us a little bit more?
We're having our Halloween drive-through party at 12 o'clock on Monday, the 26th. Hopefully we'll have some people interested. If you want to put on a costume and come by and take some pictures with us and maybe pick up a apple crisp.
And I've heard that apple crisp is really good. I have not had it yet myself.
I have had it myself. It's amazing. So that is on Monday, the 26th at noon. So I'm hoping that it'll be a fun time. I'm not sure what my costume's going to be this year. Usually my partner Joyce and I are at the front desk together dressing up. But I'm not sure about this year. I'll have to chit chat with Joyce and see if
I know. I hope we can get her up here as well.
Yeah.
And you don't have to come in costume, and that's the other part. We certainly would not deny you some apple crisp and some special treats and to see us. And I think the whole staff is hoping to be out there so we can say hi and chat with you all. So do give us a call and let us know you're coming, just so that we can make sure we've got enough crisp and treats for you. So please give us a call at the senior center. And I've heard in other towns that these are quite a wild experience, and so I'm hoping we can get one going here. So do give us a call.
Yeah, should be fun.
And that leads me to one other thing that's happening at the senior center. Last week we had Connor, who is the town clerk, come and talk to us about early voting. And if you remember back in, was it September, we had some early voting at the senior center, and we're doing it once again for you. They have set it up socially distanced, so you will come in a line and stay in your spot until you can get inside to vote. So I don't think there's going to be, well, I don't know, but they're open here. They're going to be here for a couple weeks, actually, starting this Saturday, tomorrow, the 17th. So October 17th through the October 30th. And the dates are listed. I know you can find them, but I'll give you a quick rundown. But if you have any questions, give the Senior Center a call. We can certainly give you the exact dates and times. But I know Saturdays and Sundays, they will be here on Sundays. They'll be open from 10 to 2. And Mondays, Wednesdays, and Thursdays, they're 8 to 4:30. Tuesdays, they are 8 to 7, and Fridays, 8 to 2 as well. So, do come in. I know it'll make things much easier if you're concerned about your dropping a ballot off. Many of you have requested ballots. Connor said, if you haven't dropped it off, you can still come in and vote in person and then just throw away that other ballot. So there is no question and confusion as to whether things are counted once or twice. They are only counted once. So, do feel free to come by. You will go in through the front of the building, not through our front door, but through just to the left of our door is our library door. You'll go in that way. And the voting is in our activity room, and they have it really nicely mapped out. Everything's, there's cones, there's barriers. You can't get confused when you come through, and you'll exit the other end. So please come in. I know I'm planning on coming in. I think some of my family's going to come up, at least on the weekends, to place their vote. And I do know that it's a great service. I'm glad that we could do it this year and help out. That's the one plus maybe of the pandemic right now, is that the Senior Center can help with early voting. If we were open to the public and as busy as we normally are, that wouldn't be possible. So there's one just silver lining in all of this, I guess.
I did early vote in September, and it was just a piece of cake, just in and out, and it's very well coordinated. So,
and if you're missing some of your senior friends, you will see them also, because a lot of them are working the polls still. So feel free to come by. You can catch up with a lot of people that you may not normally see. Mm-hmm. And while this is not just open to seniors, it is a great benefit to all of us. So little less lines in the future.
Yes.
So I think we're covering, one last thing we talked about last week was fuel assistance. So if you do need fuel assistance, feel free to give the Senior Center a call. It is a very private, no one knows what's going on except for our outreach workers, who will be very careful in helping you apply for fuel assistance. So if you need any assistance in that, do give us a call.
Oh,
so,
Amy?
Yeah.
Next Friday, just to let everyone know, on the 23rd, we have our book discussion group via Zoom. So it's not a book club per se. We're not talking about one specific book, just people getting together and talking about what they've read recently and give people ideas on what they might want to read.
That's such a great idea. I know the library has opened up in town, and they can help you get some books. I think they have specific hours, and I know we'll be publishing those in our newsletter this month. So keep an eye on that. But, I think that's a great group, and so is our TED Talks, and that is getting bigger and bigger. And what a neat thing. They pull up a TED Talk video. TED Talks were set up, I guess, for science and technology, but they cover all sorts of topics. And they watch a 15-minute video, or listen to, if you can't get in by Zoom, you can certainly phone into all of our virtual programs. Yeah. And then they have a discussion, and those discussions are pretty interesting. Mm-hmm. So I think does that cover everything? I mean, I know we've got exercise classes, and we could certainly go on about those.
We do have a trivia coming up on Friday, October 30th at 12:30, and that's also via Zoom. If you're interested in calling in or having the Zoom link sent to you, and that should be interesting.
And I should mention, though, when we send the Zoom link, isn't there also a phone-in number attached to it? So don't be don't be thrown off by people mentioning Zoom links and all of that. If you can get in that way, that's a great way because you do get to visually see everybody. But if you can't get in, give us a call because the phone number will be sent to you as well and given to you so that you can still connect.
Yes, absolutely. And one more thing that I have.
Oh boy.
Our apparel store, we're going to open up again in November, between November 6th and 20th. Yes.
You have your shirt and I have my hat.
We have, so any Christmas gift ideas maybe? So you can just go to hscapparel.itemorder.com. It's also in the Hilltopper. So it will be open for 2 weeks in November and 2 weeks in December. So you can keep an eye out for that. T-shirts, hats, hoodies.
I know we have masks. I forgot mine today. No, I have a mask, just not the senior center mask with me.
Mask here. So all kinds of stuff. So that might be fun for Christmas gifts for anybody. Oh, baseball caps you had.
Yeah,
think that
like I
covers it.
said, I use mine on my walk.
Yep.
So come take advantage of all of those things. And again, anytime you have any difficulty getting into programs or have any questions, we do have staff in the building, so you can always give us a call. We do want to hear from you. And let's hope we can have this very nice and active spring. And I hope, or spring, where am I? I guess I'm hoping fall and winter. And, we don't want people to get too isolated. So make sure you connect with us because we're doing what we can to get you connected either virtually, by phone, or a few opportunities in person for things that we've been able to do while the weather's good. So
Right.
now, will you continue the walks, you think, if
As long as somebody wants to walk and the weather permits, I will absolutely walk with them.
excellent. So see, we've got it going on here. So I know that we've been hinting at for several weeks about some videos that Natalie, our French teacher, has done for cooking. And I think we've got one for Belgian chocolate cake. I am in a chocolate mood right now. I don't know if you've bought any Halloween candy yet. I know they're trying to make Halloween happen, but my youngest got into the Halloween candy, so I'm not sure how much I have left. So maybe I need to be making one of these Belgian chocolate cakes.
Nice.
So hopefully we can show that video to all of you and share that with you this morning.
Bonjour. So today I felt like a really big treat. This is a cake that I've been making for a very long time. It actually takes its origin from Belgium. So as you know, Belgium is very well known for its chocolate. I figured that I would share one of my favorite recipes with you, which is that Belgian chocolate cake. So what you need for that is not a whole lot. And so I'm going to show you. We have 6 ounces of chocolate in here. Of course, I picked Belgian chocolate. So this chocolate comes from Belgium. You can find it at Trader Joe's or in different specialty stores. I decided to mix a very dark bitter chocolate with some milk chocolate. So it's probably 2/3 of the 6 ounces is dark chocolate, and then 1/3 of that 6 ounce is milk chocolate. But it is chocolate that contains cocoa butter. So it's a very good chocolate to melt and to work with. It's wonderful. And then I have about 1.5 sticks of butter. We also have 4 eggs. We have 7 tablespoons of flour right here. Now, for my family, we do cook gluten-free. So this is gluten-free flour, but you can also make this with regular flour. And we also have, now I've decided to go because we like this formula. It's just sweet enough for us. 1/3 of a cup of sugar. You can do 1/2 cup of sugar. You can go all the way to 3/4 of a cup of sugar if you like, if you have a very sweet tooth, but that's your choice. So what else do I need? Well, I'm going to need a buttered dish to cook my cake into. First step, number 1, we are going to put this chocolate and butter to melt in a bain-marie. So we have a pot on the stove that's with water. We're waiting for it to warm up, and this should melt our chocolate and butter. Why on a bain-marie? This avoids the chocolate to overcook. If you overcook chocolate, it becomes gritty, it becomes dry and burnt, and you don't want that. So what do we do with the eggs? We're gonna separate them. So I'm gonna put the yolks in here and the whites in here. The whites will be beaten with the egg beater right there behind me, my robot. And so the whites in here and the yolks in the other dish. There you go. So we've got, of course, I wash my hands 20 zillion times under the hot soapy water, so that's not a problem. Here we go. So we've got 4 eggs separated. All right, so I'm going to put my egg whites right here so I can beat them up. And I'm going to add a pinch of salt, just a pinch like this. That's it. While this is getting ready, I'm going to mix my sugar with my egg yolk. Just gonna take a fork and beat it until it becomes pale yellow. So this is what you want. It's getting a little lighter as you beat it. So that's the sugar and egg yolk. You can take a look at these egg whites, and they're getting thick, fluffy, and solid, practically solid. So we're gonna stop it. This is the consistency that you want. Look at that. It's sticking to the beater, and it's coming out in clumps. That's exactly what you want. You don't want anything more or less. That's perfect. So let's take a look at this chocolate and see how it's doing. If it's melted. Not quite. It's getting there. So you stir it. All right, so I have just a few more clumps. The water's hot enough. I can hear it boil. So you can turn your stove off before you're done with the task. The water's hot, so it's going to keep my chocolate warm. And I'm able to continue to stir until there's no solids left. So everything will be nice and soft. If you just use milk chocolate, you're not going to get the same taste. You're not going to get the real chocolatey pound cake taste. So this is very important to use as dark as you can or mix. Now, if you didn't have any milk chocolate and you only had dark chocolate and it's very bitter, then you're allowed to use your 3/4 cup of sugar. You will need it because you don't want your cake to be bitter. Okay, I believe this is ready. So what do? I take this out. I'm going to work over here. So this is nice and hot. And what I want to do is add my eggs. No, you have to be extremely careful because you don't want your eggs to curd. So it's important to keep stirring as you mix your eggs in there. So as you pour your eggs in, you want to continue stirring because you don't want it to curd. All right, so we're going to turn on the oven now at 350. Now I'm going to add my 7 tablespoons of flour to my chocolate mix. No clots, there's no bits, no pieces, so it's all good. And now, last stage, we are going to mix it to the egg whites. So my chocolate's still hot, so I want to do a little bit at a time. Okay, because you don't want those egg whites to flatten right away. So I'm going to start mixing that little bit of chocolate in there. Okay, now we're going to add, I'm ready to add the rest of the chocolate mixture. Just love the smell. It's just really fun to make because the house will smell like chocolate. And who doesn't want a chocolate smelling house, really? So here we go. We're going to continue mixing this chocolate. Make sure we have a nice mixed chocolate sauce here. It looks like chocolate sauce. That looks good. So now, last step. I am going to pour my batter into my greased or oiled dish. So we want to make sure that all sides have been nicely buttered. So this makes a cake for a good, I'd say 10 servings, maybe 8. I mean, it depends how much you love chocolate. In our family, it probably makes 6 servings. I mean, if you really love chocolate, it might just be enough for 2. Definitely need an apron to work with chocolate. Again, this is a traditional cake that um, that I learned to make when I was in Belgium. So we're gonna put this cake in the oven at 350. And we only gonna cook it for 20 minutes. When you do a cake like this, 20 minutes is plenty. You don't want to overcook it. So here we go. It's going in. I'm gonna put it down there. And I'm gonna put my timer on. 20 minutes. Okay, it just beeped. We're gonna take a look. Ooh, I need to check, make sure the batter is ready. And it is. The cake is ready. So 20 minutes at 350 is definitely what you want. It's very tempting, right? But we have to let it cool off for a few minutes before we can actually take it out of there. All right, so a few minutes have gone by, and I'm telling you, really a few minutes, not very long has gone by, because I have a lot of pressure to try and see if this cake is really worth it. I know it is, but here we go. So we're gonna flip it, and hopefully it comes out. Ooh, heard it. It did. Ooh, and there it is. Lovely. So here's the wonderful cake. I probably need to move it a bit in the center. This is the chocolate cake that I promised you. Let's take a look and see inside. This is what that's what it's gonna look like. And this is what it looks like. It is a chocolate pound cake. It's rich. It's very chocolatey. It's almost like a brownie, but not as sweet as a brownie. It's very unique. You have to try it. So I hope you enjoy it. We are certainly going to. I hope you enjoy watching this video, and that you will make the cake for your family. Enjoy, and see you soon.
I don't know about you, Lisa. My goodness. I have to admit, she's scraping that bowl, and I'm like, no, I want to lick the bowl.
Totally.
Too good.
I want my house to smell like chocolate.
I do too. I think I'm going to have to try that one. I think it would go over in my house, and I certainly am in the mood. So what a great thing. And we're really lucky to have Natalie. I'm talking with her right now and hoping she can do a few more for us. So
Sounds great.
a bunch of great recipes. I think I've tried one or two. So yum, yum. I'm sorry. All I can think about is chocolate right now.
Exactly.
Actually, if Natalie would make me one, hint, hint, Natalie, if you're watching, I'd be very happy to take one.
You might as well make two, Natalie. Might as well make two.
Lisa will take one. Hey, just, anyway, thank you, Natalie. So we're coming to the end of the show. Lisa, like I said, I appreciate you being on. This is wonderful. And again, we need people to keep checking our Facebook page, our website, and the handy dandy, here it is. Oh, I wrote on that one, newsletter, circling to remember to talk about. And do give us a call. Let us know you want to come down for some of these things. I really hope you check out the Halloween happenings. I think that's going to be a lot of fun. I have to come up with my costume as well. So I don't have a partner in crime like Lisa does, but I'll come up with something. But anyway, as always, our newsletter is a great source of information. Check it out. I know some people who said they read it cover to cover. I hope you do. There's not only information about what's happening at the senior center, but a lot of information about things that are happening around the community or things that would be pertinent to seniors and would be beneficial. So please do take advantage and read that. But again, your safety is of utmost importance to us. And so please remember to social distance when you're out in public, wear those masks. Those really are important. And, wash your hands. Thank you, Lisa. Yes, wash your hands. And, we hope to see you back at the senior center soon. I don't know when, but we are counting the days. And I was looking at an old newsletter going, boy, I want to get back to those times where we can just open the doors and have everyone stroll right in. So know that that's where our thoughts are for all of you. And, take care. Thank you.
You're right there.